I'm going to share with you expert advice from the team here at APS on base layers and the important role they play in keeping you dry and warm when you're out sailing or doing any other athletic activity. First of all, what is their purpose? Well, they're designed primarily to pull moisture off of your skin, keep you dry. How do they do that? Well, they wick the moisture, and what wicking is moisture traveling up the fibers through capillary action. So moisture on your skin travels through this and spreads out on the exterior surface, which allows it to do one of two things: either directly evaporate or travel through your other wicking layers. Now, in order for this to be accomplished, it has to be lying against your skin. If it's loose and baggy and not in contact with your damp skin, it's not going to be able to pull the moisture. So fit's important, and you can see that with this long sleeve merino top I have on, it's a second skin type of fit, and that's what you're looking for to get the maximum performance. So primarily, this is to wick moisture away from my skin constantly and add a little bit of warmth in a 3-layer system. And my second layer is going to be my insulation layer. This is fleece. I could be wearing multiple fleece. The primary purpose of this layer is to insulate you. Secondarily, this is also a wicking layer, so it's going to continue to move the moisture away from your skin. And the third layer is your shell, usually your foul weather gear, and this is to keep the water out and the wind from penetrating your layers. Secondarily, it's breathable so that the moisture will eventually work its way out of the jacket. Now we're going to get into what base layers are made of. What is the material type? Well, what it isn't is cotton, ever, which will absorb and hold moisture and will defeat any wicking layer. So keep away from it. Even your underwear, no cotton. The two materials that we find in base layers are generally going to be a synthetic, which is usually a polyester, or merino wool. Don't let the wool scare you off. It's merino wool. It's soft. It will not itch you. So what are the benefits with the synthetic? You're going to find that the synthetics always wick better than wool. They are more durable than wool, but they do not have the ability to fight odor. Now, there are a lot of treatments that are done to these fabrics that help fight off the odor, but they can wash and wear away with time. So you'll find you're going to have to wash this synthetic more often than the merino. Now, what does the merino have going for it? Well, it doesn't wick quite as well. It's not as durable, but it is naturally stink resistant. And you'll find if you're wearing this for an extended period of time, doing a crossing day after day, it's not going to start building up odor like your synthetics. But what we do find is because of the durability and the ability to wick so well, polyester generally is the most popular material that we sell here at APS. In terms of weight, we've got 3 weights of base layers. We've got lightweight, medium, and heavy. Now, we want this to primarily be wicking moisture. So the thinner the material, the faster it can wick and spread out the moisture. So thin is always the best performer. On a cool day, starting with a thin base layer and then putting over a mid layer, just a mid-weight mid layer, and then your third layer, your jacket, might be a scenario. If you are out in colder temperatures and you're not going to perspire as much, you could just wear a medium base layer, or you could start with a lightweight and with a medium over top of that, and again, a mid layer on top of those base layers. If it was really frigid out, and again, you weren't going to perspire a lot, you could move into a heavyweight base layer and start there, and then go to a couple of mid layers over top of that. And if you were going to be really working hard on the boat, perspiring a lot, you want to maximize performance, you could start off with a lightweight base layer, put the heavyweight base layer over that, and then 1 or 2 mid layers over top of those. For this and more information on how to stay dry and comfortable on the water, visit us at apsltd.com.